Sony have released firmware 7 for Sony FX3, and with this firmware update comes a lot of new features. The big one, which is very popular now, is the big 6 screen. You guessed it right, it's gonna look same as Sony FX3 home screen or Sony Burano or Venus home screen, where you have 6 main features which you can change, like frames per second, shutter angle, ISO, then you can change the f-stop on this one, and then you can change the Cine EI settings or PP settings on one of these, and then the white balance. So these are going to be the 6 features. And in frames per second option, there is a new quick way to go to SNQ mode as well. And then the second thing which is very good is that they added a 1.5 and 1.6 squeeze factor. So with the help of these, now we're gonna be able to use our Atlas Mercury lenses, which are having a 1.5 squeeze factor. And then the big one which I'm so excited about is the Blackmagic RAW option through HDMI out, because before it was ProRes RAW only. I'm not sure yet if it's gonna be only Blackmagic RAW now or Blackmagic RAW as well and then ProRes RAW as well. They just said that you're gonna be able to have Blackmagic RAW on HDMI out, and Sony didn't put any of the Blackmagic devices which are gonna be capable of recording Blackmagic RAW. So for that we will have to go on Blackmagic website and see what is gonna be compatible with FX3, but for now I didn't find anything on internet. Now before we dive into the other new features, let me just show you how you can firmware update your camera. So please follow along with me, don't skip anything, because I'm gonna be doing everything which you need to do your camera firmware update properly. First of all, if your camera is firmware 2.02 or earlier firmware, then you need to firmware update your camera from 2.02 to 2.04 or 2.05, and then from 2.04 or 2.05 you can firmware update your camera to the firmware 7. But now how can we check what firmware our camera is on? Let me just show you. So you go to your full menus, and in menus you scroll down till you see setup. Once you are in setup, you scroll down till you see the setup option, and then you enter there and you again go down till you see your version. Click on version, and here you can see your camera firmware version. Like my camera is 6.02 now. Your might be 2.04, 2.05 or whatever it is. Now let me just show you how you can download the firmware update of Sony FX3. So to do that, go on internet and just simply search Sony FX3 Firmware 7, or I will just put the link for you so you can click on this and directly go on the download page. It will be helpful for you. So you go on that, and once you go on this page, you click on this first link and then this download, and once you click on that, you just scroll down and click on download again, and it will start your download as you can see here. So once you're done with downloading the firmware update, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to put the card in your camera and format it. So to format it, put the card in camera, go to full menus and scroll down till you see shooting, and in shooting go to media, format, card slot, and then execute formatted. After your card is formatted, take the card out, connect it to your PC, and then go to the file which is gonna be bodydata.dat. Now before you copy the firmware file, make sure that you don't rename it. And I'm sure that you will say, why would I rename it? You will not rename it, but in case in near past you firmware updated any other Sony camera, it will have same named file in your download folder, and when you will download this one, it will already have an extension of body.dat1. So make sure it is not renamed, and then copy that file. And after you copy your firmware update file, what you need to do is you need to open your card on your PC, and in the root structure of your card you can just paste it and then eject your card. Now put your card back in your camera. Go to full menus and then scroll down till you see setup. In setup, same thing you need to do. You need to go down again, go to setup option, and then in version. Now here you need to click on body, and here you can see you have the software update option. You can just go on this and click on it. Once you do that, you will have to read all these precautions, scroll down, and then it will give you option of execute. You will go on execute and press OK. After this, your camera screen will turn off, but camera will be on, and there will be a red LED blinking. It will blink in one first, which shows like the first 20% of the firmware update is done. Then it blinks twice, and then it blinks 3 times, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and then it will do 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and then 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 5. So after 5 blinks it will stop, and then it will give you an overlay on your screen that the firmware update is complete. Now once you're done with the firmware update of your Sony FX3 and you go back to see the home screen, so you can have this big 6 screen, you'll not be able to see that, and you'll be like, did I do something wrong? No, you didn't do something wrong. You need to enable it, and let me show you how you can enable that. So I will go back to the full menus, and in here I will go to the shooting and image quality and rec, and in here under S&Q settings you can see new option called mode settings. I will click on this, and then here I will change it from S&Q mode to fixed variable mode. Once I do that, it's showing me that I can enable this big screen feature on my camera, and once I do OK on that, the number 4 user button is gonna be assigned to enable and disable the big 6 screen. So let me just do OK. If I do OK now, so when you will do OK here, you will have number 4. By pressing the number 4, you will be able to enable and disable the big 6 screen. Now in big 6 screen, let me just show you how you can quickly access your S&Q settings without going to the S&Q mode. So if I go on FPS and I click on this and I change it from fixed to variable, you can see I'm able to go to 200 FPS per second. So this way you can quickly change your FPS. After that, if I go to ISO, you can see I can change the ISO, but there is no option to change the base here. So you can just change the ISO normally, but not the base ISO. And then after that, let me just show you how you can access the shutter settings very quickly by just clicking on that and then changing your shutter angle. Same is with your white balance as well. Now the next big thing, how can we access the squeeze factor in Sony FX3? Let me just show you. So to do that, you just go into the full menus again, go to the setup, and in setup you need to go to the display options, and in display option you can see the de-squeeze display, but the squeeze factors are only available in the Cine EI settings or S-Log mode, not in PP settings. And then finally the Blackmagic RAW basically is gonna be very helpful. Why? Because ProRes RAW was not compatible with DaVinci Resolve, and there have been many issues, like when you shoot ProRes RAW and then you wanna color grade it, you need to really change it to DNG RAW or something else to be able to grade it in DaVinci Resolve. So there was a big negative of ProRes RAW. We will be able to have Blackmagic RAW in DaVinci Resolve right away, and we can grade it without having the tension of changing the codec from ProRes RAW to DNG RAW or anything like that. And then there are many small key features which they added as well, like flagging your clips or this S&Q mode setting, as you can see, and many other things which if you will firmware update you will be able to have. I'm not gonna go through everything, but the key features which they added I showed you guys, and I hope this video was helpful for you. In case it was, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to reply those. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.